यह पुण्य भूमि प्रसिद्ध है, इसके निवासी आर्य है, विद्या कला कौशल्य सबके जो प्रथम आचार्य है। संतान उनकी आज यद्यपि हम अधोगति में पड़े, पद चिन्ह उनकी उच्चता के आज भी कुछ है खड़े। सुप्रभात। जब भी मन यह विचलित हो तो हिम्मत भर जाए नफकार, जहां गम के घने साए वह नफकार के छाए। मुझे कठिनाइयों से भय अब जरा भी नहीं लगता कि जब नफकार का हो साथ तो संभव हो जाती है हर बात।
I would like to invite our students to come forward and join in the rendition of the Navkar mantra together. We would request you all to join your hands and close your eyes.
नमो नमो हरिहन्ताणं 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 नमो नमो सेथाणं नमो नमो आयर्याणं नमो नमो वझायाणं पावपणासनो मङ्गलानं च सव्येसि परममः वै मङ्गलं परममः वै मङ्गलं परममः वै मङ्गलम्।
Thank you all for participating in this meaningful practice. May the blessings of the Navkar mantra guide us all in our daily lives.
Hello, good morning. Today, Vida Mahavir Senior Model School students are collaborating with Banna Cultural School of Sydney, Australia to commemorate the day on which India's Constitution came into effect in 1950, the Indian Republic Day and Australia Day. It's an extraordinary celebration of a deep relationship that connects roots and culture across Asia-Pacific region. I, Devhuti Jain, your host for today, along with my friends Ridhima, Uday, Avya, Raghav and Nikunj. On this beautiful day, I warmly welcome you all to our school's unique event.
We extend our sincere welcome to Principal Ma'am, Mrs. Ruchika Sukhija, who is one of the most resourceful, passionate, and inspiring mentors of MSMS. She guides us not only in our development, but also help us enhancing our creativity and knowledge. We firmly believe that with your guidance and persistent motivation, we will reach the next level of glory. We heartily welcome you, ma'am, and we extend our sincere gratitude for your presence on this gracious occasion. We will be highly grateful to you for sharing your pearls of wisdom.
Thank you so much, Avya. A very good morning to everyone. Namaskar and Jai Jinendra. In our combined Australia Day and 74th Republic Day celebrations, I extend a very warm welcome to our chief guest, Major General P.K. Sehgalji, Defence Expert. Thank you, sir, for so very graciously accepting our invitation to be the chief guest at this program. I also extend a very warm welcome to our guest of honor for today, Mr. Stanley D. Cruz, President of Mangalorean Catholic Association of Sydney, Shri S.L. Saluja ji, President of Asia Pacific Union, Dr. Subhash Goyal, Member of National Tourism Advisory Council, Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, Shri Ashish Agarwal ji, Counseling Psychologist and Motivational Speaker and Trainer, Shri S.L. Jain ji, an eminent educationist and a guide and mentor to all of us, Dr. Tanima Banerjee, Director Principal of Bandana Cultural School, and Dr. Y.P. Chawla ji, a very widely traveled and learned personality who is working on the resilience to climate change. Let me also welcome our esteemed members of management, parents, dear Mahavirians, students of BCS, and my valuable colleagues. At the very outset, I wish each one of you a very happy Republic Day and Australia Day. When we are celebrating 74th Republic Day, let us pledge to take part in nation building in our own unique ways. It is highly inevitable for each one of us to uphold our rich traditions and cherish our culture. And exactly this is the work Dr. Tanima is doing from Australia, connecting students to their culture, to their roots, and to their cause. It is always a pleasure, ma'am, to connect with you and witness the exemplary work being done by the Indian students who are away from their country physically, yet they are so close to their country through art. Today, we have managed to bring the students from India, Australia, and Canada together to celebrate Australia Day and Indian Republic Day. Today, this is, I feel, it's necessarily a celebration of our values, our art, our culture, our traditions, and our roots. It is a celebration of patriotism, which I feel is not dependent on the boundaries. Dear students, whether you are from MSMS or from BCS, you are the ambassadors of our nations who can actually spread the richness of our values. To make this possible, you need to actually walk an extra mile and do some little efforts to understand our values and culture well. Our dream is that all of you grow up and develop as integrated personalities and become true global citizens who will contribute immensely towards nation building and also for the world peace at large. So obviously, now you would be thinking, how can we contribute? I think we can contribute by doing what we are doing well, by striving for excellence in our studies, by striving for excellence in everything that we do, by taking every challenge as an opportunity for betterment, by perhaps dreaming the impossible dream, and more importantly, I think most importantly, by walking our talk. For you, dear students, you have enough talent, you have discipline, you have determination to achieve goals that you set for yourselves. With courage, with strength, with tenacity, you can achieve the stars. For you, even the sky is not the limit. By pledging to lower barriers and obstacles, and with the use of creative and transformative educational experiences, we at MSMS and BCS hope that we are able to ignite in our students a spark of confidence, diligence, collaboration, so that they become successful, take others with them, and serve the society. Today, while collaborating with BCS, our aim is to make all of you understand, appreciate our Indianness, and sensitize and amalgamate each one of you towards a global community as you progress towards a world which is now a global village. While celebrating this Republic Day, our objective is to bring each one of you closer to our values, our rich culture, our rich heritage, our legacy, so that we feel our Indianness. At MSMS, the celebrations of Republic Day started early. Yesterday, we successfully showcased the flavors of India and our rich heritage through a program which saw an exhibition, models, dances, cuisines, and showcasing of different states of India. The program witnessed 100% participation from middle classes, and our students took home not only lifelong memories, but lifelong learnings as well. Today is the second celebration in this series, while we celebrate our Indianness, our legacy, our heritage, and our Republic Day. Our chief guest today, Major General P.K. Sehgalji, defense expert, needs no introduction. Almost every day, he appears on 3 to 4 televisions and gives his expert opinions. It won't be an exaggeration if I call him a walking, talking encyclopedia. All the interactions that I have had with him are very, very enriching. Every interaction gives you so much food for thought and definitely a new perspective. He's popularly known as defense expert, but I always prefer to call him as students expert. Not only he is a favorite among students, but since his retirement, he has guided and mentored uncountable students. He's very progressive in thought and action and actually leads by example. He's so well-read and knowledgeable that he can speak on any topic for hours and hours and no one would even blink. This is the charisma of this gentleman. At the same time, he's such a humble person and we can all take out a leaf out of his life. Relentlessly and selflessly serving the society, he never pauses and never gets tired. When I extended the invitation for today's program to him, he readily accepted in spite of the fact that he's always too busy. And this is primarily because of his love and concern for children. You call him to any corner of India, any corner of world for mentoring students, and he would readily do it. Sir, we are deeply grateful to you for your presence today. You have added value to our celebrations. Let me also thank Mrs. Geeta Kumar and Ms. Navtej, the coordinators of today's program, along with our dear friends, Dr. Tanima and Dr. Chawla, for today's collaboration. They have all worked persistently to give shape to today's celebration. And kudos to the team MSMS and team BCS for their second collaboration in consecutive years. We look forward to more such exchanges, more such collaborations, and more such celebrations in future. Team MSMS is unstoppable, raising the bar with each presentation. I'm deeply thankful to all the faculty members for providing these unprecedented, joyful learning experiences to all Mahavirians and the students of BCS. Believe me, they're never going to forget your contributions to their lives. No presentation, no program, no event can be successful without the unstinted support of the parents. Dear parents, thank you for your unwavering faith in us. You motivate us to do or to better our best also. My deep gratitude to Visionary Management for always inspiring us and being our strong pillar. And most importantly, a huge shout out to all Mahavirians, to all students of BCS who have displayed their persistence, resilience, and never say die spirit. I just want to tell you that all of you have much more potential that you can imagine, much more strength than you think, and you are much more capable than you realize. So take it upon yourself to be a better version of yourself every day. Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am, for your words of wisdom. Finer arts are practiced for their aesthetic value and their beauty. They include music, drawing, and design-based work like painting. Now, following students from Bandana Cultural School are showcasing their talent. Neha Mutlek, Satvik Kapurti, Kirtana Maruju, Jashweg Nag, Tamaji Chakraborty, Tamiksha Chakraborty, Ahana Chaudhary, and Ananya Megha Kaveri. As we listen to the beautiful sound of the flute, let us allow ourselves to be transported to a place of tranquility and serenity. We would like to take a moment to welcome the children who will be gracing the stage with their musical talent. I would also like to extend a special welcome to students who have worked so hard to create artistic masterpieces. Their talents and creativity are truly inspiring, and we are honored to be able to showcase your work to the world. Let's welcome them with a huge round of applause. It was a tremendous musical performance by Neha. Your effort was really appreciable.
Dr. Chawla is a man par excellence serving the cause of education for past many years. He believes that work speaks louder than words. A widely traveled across the globe and worked in many countries, an engineer MBA in addition to his PhD. He is working on resilience to climate change and made our school students at MSMS participate in a Net Zoo Heroes program. I invite Dr. Chawla to honor us with a few words.
Thank you very much, dear. Ruchika ma'am has already told you lot many things, what we are doing and why we are doing. I will like to give you a spotlight on what is the cultural connect between India and Australia, or I may say center of Asia and center of Pacific. So Asia Pacific. 26th January, when we say, we all know Constitution of India, which is the longest written constitution in the world, was accorded acceptance. The features of Constitution, possibly you know, a dual system of government, center and state, two chambers, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. I will not like to go into all this. This is just to emphasize the importance of this day to the children in Australia, Indian diaspora in Australia, to understand why we are celebrating Republic Day in India. And today we are doing it all together. The Constitution of India has right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, culture and education rights, and right to constitutional remedies. Now, this is a very brief about the Constitution of India and Republic Day of India. But what India and Australia have to do with this? Incidentally, today is the National Day of Australia. And let me start with what is common between Australia and India. There are 3 C's: cricket, Commonwealth, and curry. They like, Australians like Indian curry like anything. In fact, they go on to the extent of having very hot curry. They call it suicidal hot curry, but they do it. There are 2 iconic landmarks in Sydney. One is Opera House, you might have heard, and one is Harbour Bridge, which is a center of cultural events in the central business district of Sydney. Programs at Opera House are highly prized. Recently, Pankaj Udas was there. And incidentally, when I was thinking about this, I remembered a small incident that dreams come true. You must acquire talents. You are seeing one small child, Tamajit, is doing artwork at this moment. He's son of Dr. Tanima Banerjee. So once he had gone to Opera House inside during performance, he got so much excited. He always gets excited when he sees a stage to perform. He says, let us go, Mama, let us go to perform. Anyhow, at that time, it was not possible, but Dr. Tanima got an opportunity of performance in Opera House. Soon she will be performing, but Tamajit will not be allowed to perform because he's under 12. Australia Day, when we say, oh yeah, one more thing. She was at one time, when she was child, she was writing about the best actors and all that. So that was in 2001. She thought of writing the best actor as one of the legends who is coming to India, coming to Australia, and she will be performing in his presence, right? When we are talking about Australia Day, it started with 1994, when all the states of Australia started celebrating this day. Before that, they were fragmented on whether it's a good day or a bad day, because the first ship landed in Australia, British ship landed in Australia way back. So at that time, people feel that they have been taken over. But anyway, choice is given to the public whether they want to enjoy. They can. If they do not want to enjoy, they can go to office and take a day off, any alternate day of their choice. So it is so open, society. On the fun side, barbecues, contests, parades, performances, fireworks are all there. Now, when we are talking of cultural connect, the oldest history I come across is 1915, when Australia New Zealand army was asked to move to Turkey to fight against them. And at that time, Indian people were also in Australia. And they also worked along with them. And Australian army have remembered them. And they were Gurkhas, Sikhs, Muslims, Hindus, everybody was there. And Indians did a wonder. On 25th of April every year, Anzac Day is celebrated, where the Indian soldiers who are now settled in Australia come with their badges and dresses and whatnot, and full performance is there. Despite of language, culture, and religion barriers, they all have love for Indian army. So connections go between India and Australia as long as this. Let me try if we can show you the iconic, just a minute. Let me change the background because I cannot come on, just a minute. So this is Opera House. On 15th August, this Opera House was decorated in Indian tricolor, right? So that is the importance India gets in Australia. And this is the Harbour Bridge, very close to that, and it is lighted every day. And even on Diwali, they celebrate by firing crackers of different colors and different heights from this bridge. So that is the love and affection Australians have for us. So this is going to be a good combination of Asia Pacific, and we have already signed, India has already signed a trade agreement, free trade agreement with Australia, and we will go on working on this. Let us work for the peace, and I wish you all very best. This was, I can go on talking, there is no problem because children are still, on. Lakhan Rampal is coming to Sydney, and Tanima, who was fond of this actor, and she had written in her diary in 2001 that her best actors are so and so. And then she has been invited to perform in his presence. So imagine how the dreams come true. So you must keep on acquiring the talents. So that's what it is. And talent acquisition, talent doesn't go. In fact, there is a book here in Australia. A nurse was asked to interact with all those patients who are closer to death. And in her book, she has reflected those patients regretted what they could not do during their lifetime. So never miss an opportunity. Whatever has been your dream, do it. In fact, on the stages where Dr. Tanima performs, the elders of the age of 75 years also perform along with her. And child of 5 years also performs with her. So that's the beauty of, I don't know, I can stop because if some student is ready, yes, one of the student is ready.
Thank you, sir, for your pearls of wisdom. Gratitude offers us a way of embracing all that makes our life what they are. Sir, though no words can express our heartfelt gratitude for you, we would like to extend a token of gratitude to you with a certificate.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And a very sincere word of appreciation for Tamarjeet. He has been holding his tricolor for so long. And I think this is the true essence of Republic Day. Very well done. Very well made, Tamarjeet. A huge round of applause for him. Very well made. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind. Good.
अपने देश के वीर जवानों के फौलादी इरादे और जज्बे को याद कर कर मशहूर शायर सरदार जाफरी की कुछ पंक्तियां याद आ रही हैं। गरजती हैं तोपे गरजने दो इनको, बिगुल बज रहे हैं तो बजने दो इनको, जो हथियार सजते हैं सजने दो इनको, बढ़ेंगे बढ़ेंगे और आगे बढ़ेंगे।
रहना जो है रक्त की बेला, जरा सी अमृत उठा लेना, आजादी अब परवान चढ़ेगी, भाग्य से आंख मिला लेना।
दूर ना होना अधीर ना होना, डरना ना अत्याचार से, आओ मिलकर करते हैं हम सब देश मंथन एक नई शुरुआत से। इसी के साथ अपनी विवेकी देने बंदना करचल विद्यालय की कक्षा 4 से छात्रा अहाना चौधरी वातावरण को रसमय करने के लिए आ रही है। जोरदार तालियों से उनका उत्साहवर्धन कीजिए।
नमस्ते, मेरा नाम अहाना चौधरी है और मैं बंदना कर्चल स्कूल सिडनी की छात्रा हूँ। मैं मेलबर्न में रहती हूँ। मेरा मातृभाषा बांग्ला है, अमर मातृभाषा बांग्ला। ये एक देशभक्ति कविता है। इसके कवि है राजेंद्र किशन। जहाँ दाल दाल पर सोने की चिड़िया करती है बसेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा। जहाँ सत्य अहिंसा और धर्म के पग पग लगता धेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा। ये धरती वो जहाँ ऋषि मुनि जपते प्रभु नाम की माला, जहाँ हर एक बालक है एक मोहन है और राधा हर एक बाला, जहाँ सूरज सबसे पहले आकर डाले अपना फेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा। अलबेलों की इस धरती के त्योहार भी है अलबेले, कहीं दिवाली की जगमग है, कहीं होली की मेली, जहाँ राग रंग और हंसी खुशी के चारों ओर है घेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा। जहाँ आसमान से बातें करते मंदिर और शिवालय, जहाँ किसी नगर में किसी द्वार पर कोई ना ताला डाले, प्रेम की बंसी जहाँ बजता है शाम सवेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा। वो भारत देश है मेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा। Thank you for listening.
International collaboration leads to breakthroughs in knowledge-free exchange of ideas and enduring bonds between institutions and nations. They are beneficial for all by facilitating learning through open exchange of ideas. Today, my friends, Colleen Catherine Loya and Jyoti Gupta are here to acknowledge the deep bond of mutual respect for each other's traditions and reflect on our common history of sacrifices, resilience, and courage by giving a speech on Australia Day. Let's welcome them with a huge round of applause. I have seen some of the children have done their artwork.
I have done this artwork and it is the India Gate. India Gate is a historical monument situated in the capital of India, New Delhi. A great national level event will be organized in the streets of Rajpath and India Gate on the occasion of Republic Day every year. The Republic Day parade is the center of attraction, which starts from Rashtrapati Bhavan and goes to via India Gate. Thank you. Please appreciate them with a huge round of applause.
Good morning and thank you everyone for being part of this important ceremony. We wish you all Happy Australia Day.
Australia is a land of immigrants. It has been made great by the inundation of people from all over the world. Determination, hard work, optimism, resilience is the key that guided generation who became part of Australia. They initially might have come in search of the new opportunities, but now have become a part of the Australian family. Resilience and sense of community are the essence of Australian society. Today, we take this opportunity to educate ourselves about Australia Day's history and culture a little more.
Australia Day takes place on the anniversary of arrival of first fleet to Australian shores. On January 26, 1788, 11 ships holding convicts from United Kingdom landed on Port Jackson. Governor Arthur Phillip manned the expedition and soon signaled the land as the beginning of new British colony.
This day was first celebrated in New South Wales under different names like First Landing Day, Foundation Day, and Anniversary Day. This was made official 50 years after the landing of the first fleet. It was in 1935 that the day became officially known as Australia Day in all Australian states. Australia Day is also an occasion to celebrate the cultural diversity and rich migrant heritage, which is a very integral part of unique Australian identity.
Every year, this annual event provides Australians a unique opportunity to hear from the prominent individuals as they speak passionately on the matters they consider to be of national importance. In 2022, Young Australian of the Year and the doctor who founded Street Side Medics in 2020, Dr. Daniel North, addressed the Australians at New South Wales. It gives us immense pleasure to know that on Australia Day 2023, people will be addressed by Inspirational Turbans for Australia founder and NSW Australian of the Year local hero Amar Singh.
The day is also witnessed by celebrations of community and family events that are held to reflect and celebrate the diverse society and landscape of the nation. Australia Day is a public holiday, which means that family and friends can spend the day together. Many communities hold events such as parades, barbecues, and concerts. Official community awards are presented, and new members of the Australian community are welcomed with citizenship ceremonies all over the country. Material objects such as badges, coins, and t-shirts have often been disseminated to commemorate this day. On Australia Day, many people dress up in clothes of green and gold, which are the national colors of Australia. Others choose to wear clothing which displays the Australian, the Aboriginal flag, or the Torres Strait Islander flag.
Some people fly one or more of these flags outside their houses. This day falls in the middle of summer and is a great opportunity for Australians to enjoy this wonderful weather. Sports like tennis and cricket are popular along with trips to beach. Many community festivals enjoy this event with food, music, and dancing. In the evening, display of the fireworks can be enjoyed across the country.
Though the day 26 January, which is called a national celebration, is debated when some of the fellow Australians are grieving while others are out celebrating the occasion. Therefore, giving due regard to the Indigenous people and their perspective of this day, Australian government this year announced that if anyone chooses not to celebrate Australia Day, can go to offices and treat it as regular day, and they will be entitled to get compensatory off on any other day. We hope that rather than division, this day would unite Australians by knitting back their viewpoints as one.
With love for the country, we keep our spirits high and hearts open for joy and celebration of this holiday. Once again, we wish you all Happy Australia Day and Happy Republic Day.
Thank you, Colleen and Jyoti. Your words have truly encapsulated the spirit of Australia Day for all of us.
Seems like Kirthana and Jasnav have completed their artwork. It is indeed heartwarming and beautiful. Please give them a huge round of virtual applause.
Student from Vandana Cultural School, Sydney. I live in Bangalore, Karnataka, India. I have drawn a koala and the national flag of Australia. Happy Australia Day and Indian Republic Day to everyone. Thank you.
Happy Indian Republic Day. This is the Indian flag. Happy Indian Republic Day. This is the Indian flag.
Very well done. Yes, Taniksha, do you want to tell us something? Please go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Peacock is the national bird of country India.
Thank you so much, Tanishka. Yes, we know it is the national bird and it has all the colors that India shows. Thank you so much, beta. God bless you. Wonderfully drawn.
Thank you, ma'am.
We feel honored to have with us a very honorable guest, Mr. J.S. Saluja, whose distinguished work in numerous capacities is an inspiration for all of us. Mr. J.S. Saluja is the President of Asia, the Pacific Union, and has successfully concluded an international conference on sustainable development in the Asia Pacific for peace and prosperity, focusing on the climate change, cultural connect, and health. He has headed many corporate positions in the steel sector and is fond of cultural events and music. He sings many times. Let us welcome him for guiding us with his inspirational words.
Saluja sir, we are waiting for your address, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. You're on.
Namaste. Good morning. Namaskar. Well, I'm really feeling very fortunate that Dr. Tanima remembered me and invited me to speak a few words. Yes, since your students are there, let me talk about Australia and Asia or numerically. We stand for A, Asia. You stand for Australia, A. Two important alphabets. Imagine if it is A plus A, we are something. But imagine if we are A into A, we are infinite. How we have been dominated by outsiders over centuries because we were remaining A. Today, we are not A plus A. Today, we are A into A. With this, what Australian Prime Minister other days spoke, I was reading, he mentioned that Asia Pacific is the biggest strength. But how we didn't know it? Because there was a Hindi film, जिस देश में गंगा बहती है, in that there was a good song, मेहमान जो हमारा होता है, वो जान से प्यारा होता है. We have been welcoming guests to our A and A. And later on, these people, our guests become rulers. And our culture, our whole history, our old style of living, everything was forgotten. And we became slave over centuries. And then these people who came here, they were taking all our resources and giving back us arms. You go on fighting within yourself. Pyare bachon, it is really now time has come that now we all must unite. And I'm very happy that Vandana School also has thought on the same lines that uniting the people is not only through force, it is through culture, it is through such even like taking the climate problems and all that. I'm very happy that with this now move which has been taken by Australia and let me tell you what other day somebody, I think Mr. Chawla, somebody told the epicenter of the unity is Australia. Yes, and nerve center will be the India, and India will certainly will be happy to provide all inputs to make Asia Pacific a reality. I am very happy once again and thank Dr. Banerjee for inviting me, and I good wishes for Australia Day, Republic Day. Jai Hind, Namaste.
Thank you, sir. We would like to appreciate your gesture of attending today's program with a certificate of gratitude. Please accept it.
Thank you.
At the dawn of history, India started on her unending journey and dragless centuries filled with her strife and the grandeur of her success and her failures. Through good and ill fortune alike, India has never lost sight of that journey or forgotten the ideals which gave her strength. Let's hear courageous thoughts of Atik Shagor of MSMS in the form of a poem.
Holding the flag in my hand, the feeling of being in a lap, my motherland, my nation, tears roll down in respect and love, taking the first step towards her, waving the tricolor in pride. As the soldiers stood around to guide, there is no beginning or end to the feelings of patriotism found. Dancing to the tunes of Jai Ho, men and women swayed in happiness. A free India, a freedom cherished. That makes life more eternal. Where else can you feel this pride than at the moment to hold the flag? A salute to the soldiers enduring the wrath of climate and enemies, protecting our nation from all tyrants. smiling as they guide us day and night, leaving behind family and friends. The feelings that unfolded at the Wagah border parade as flags got exchanged, a tribute to the friendship and tolerance. Religion is just a way to reach God. Nation is very lap of our existence. Salute and love to my nation, my pride. May God bless all the soldiers who guide. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thanks for such a marvelous poem, Atikshay.
The Constituent Assembly decided to create the draft for the Constitution of India. This work was headed by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar or Bhimrao Ambedkar. He is also known as the father of the Indian Constitution. Bhimrao Ambedkar was the head of the drafting community of the played a major role in making the Constitution. However, the Constitution was ready on 26 November 1949, but our first Prime Minister and all the members of the Constituent Assembly decided that this will be on 26 January 1950, because this day is also known for the establishment of Indian National Congress, and the Indian National Congress played a very great role in independence. We commemorate the event when we celebrate Republic Day on 26 January every day with national holidays, marches, and various functions. Now, I request Ananya Megha Kaveri of Bandana Cultural School to express her views about the Republic Day of India. Please welcome her with a huge round of applause.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ananya Megha Kaveri, and I'm 11 years old. I'm from Bandana Cultural School, Sydney, and today I would like to talk about the Indian Republic Day and its glory. Republic Day in India is celebrated annually to commemorate the adoption of the Constitution of India on January 26, 1950. It differs from Independence Day, which annually commemorates the end of the British rule on August 15, 1947. It is one of 3 Indian national holidays, and it commemorates the enactment of the Constitution of India, which means the Constitution of India came into force on this day and marks the country's transition to a republic. India celebrates its 74th National Republic Day on the 26th. The main event for Republic Day is a massive parade held in the capital of New Delhi, which includes an address by India's president to the nation, along with cultural, historical, and military displays. The parade is preceded by the Prime Minister laying a wreath at the Amar Jawan Jyoti, an arched war memorial, and taking a moment of silence to commemorate fallen soldiers. Awards are presented to brave soldiers in the form of Paramavid Chakra, Ashok Chakra, and Vid Chakra. Even children and general citizens who have displayed courage in times of adversity are honored with awards. Smaller parades, cultural programs, public celebrations, and private parties take place throughout the country with the national flag hoisting, as well as in schools and colleges. India has been one of the greatest and largest democracies, and being a nation-state with a strong constitution and the 3 effective pillars of legislature, executive, and judiciary enables a vibrant and strong republic. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Happy Republic Day.
अद्भुत प्रस्तुति। अब मैं मनोवैज्ञानिक परामर्शदाता, पूर्व छात्र व प्रेरक वक्ता श्रीमान आशीष अग्रवाल महोदय को आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगा, जो अपने विभिन्न कार्यक्रमों व सत्रों के द्वारा विद्यालय के प्रधानाचार्यों, विद्यार्थियों व अभिभावकों को समय समय पर अपनी सेवाएं प्रदान करते रहते हैं। जोरदार तालियों से उनका स्वागत कीजिए।
Good morning and Jai Jinendra to all. To all the dignitaries present, Ruchika Supeja ji, Dr. Chawla ji, Dr. Tanima Banerjee ji, आप सबको मेरा नमस्कार। अयम निजः परो वेति गणना लघु चेत साम उदार चरिता नाम तु वसुधैव कुटुंबकम Today's program symbolizes and strengthens this doctrine of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. It is, in fact, an amazing experience to witness this synergy of patriotic emotions of two distant but closely related cultures, and the overwhelming participation of the students and the hard work of the teachers at both MSMS and BCS is visible, thanks to the entire teaching fraternity of both the schools. At this juncture, let me also thank my school, Mahavir Senior Model School, which has made me what I am today. Dear students and all the teachers, let me share, I entered this school 37 years ago as a student of class 6. Today, my two sons have studied here. I have witnessed the school as a student, as a parent, and now as an academic advisor, I'm associated with the school. Just like in 1950, we adopted the new constitution and it changed the course of Indian growth and culture. My entry into MSMS redefined my life and rewrote a new constitution and making me the human being that I am today. And all of it is attributed to the brilliance of the education that I received at MSMS. Today, under the able leadership of Mrs. Ruchika Sukhija, the school is growing by leaps and bounds. The values, the quality of education, the training, and the flair for excellence that this fabulous institution, my dear MSMS, brings in its students is beyond words and imagination. Thank you, ma'am, and thank you to MSMS once again. Events like today's are inflection points. The collaborative experience of events like today bring quantum growth in the process of education in the young learners. I once again congratulate the students and teachers and the two leading ladies, Dr. Tanima Banerjee and Mrs. Ruchika Sukhija. Thank you, congratulations to all of you, and my good wishes for Australia Day and Indian Independence Day to all. Thank you very much.
धन्यवाद महोदय। कृपया हमारे विद्यालय द्वारा एक छोटी सी भेंट प्रमाण पत्र के रूप में ग्रहण करें।
Thank you. I'm overwhelmed. Thank you.
Let's start with a joint cultural extravaganza from Mahavir Senior Model School of Delhi, India, and Vandana Cultural School, Australia, with a symbol of our collaboration and loving association across the globe. We first welcome the dancers from both schools with their dance presentation.
नृत्य मानवीय अभिव्यक्तियों का एक रसमय प्रदर्शन है। यह एक सार्वभौम कला है जिसका जन्म मानव जीवन के साथ हुआ है। भारत अनेकता में एकता का देश है जो इसे विश्व के अन्य देशों से अलग बनाता है। यहाँ विभिन्न धर्मों, जाति, लिंग इत्यादि के लोग एक साथ मिलजुल कर रहते हैं। यहाँ विविधता होने के कारण विभिन्न प्रकार की वेशभूषा, लोकगीत व लोक नृत्य जैसे भांगड़ा, घूमर, बिहू इत्यादि नृत्य किए जाते हैं। इसलिए विविधता होने के कारण यहाँ सांस्कृतिक रूप से एक दूसरे के साथ जुड़े हुए हैं। तो चलिए अब नृत्य विभाग से कक्षा के कुछ छात्रों द्वारा भारत के विभिन्न लोक नृत्य प्रस्तुत करने आ रहे हैं तथा अनेकता में एकता का संदेश ला रहे हैं। कृपया जोरदार तालियों से उनका उत्साहवर्धन कीजिए।
नमन नमन तुझको मेरे भारत। सदी में सरगम बनकर गूंजे तेरा नाम।
मेरा प्यारा भारत वर्ष का तारा भारत है हमारा भारत। नमन तुझको मेरे भारत, नमन तुझको मेरे भारत, नमन तुझको मेरे भारत।
मेरे भारत। आसी को आओ मिलकर छू लो आकाश।
आसी को आओ मिलकर छू लो आकाश।
ज्ञान ज्योति से चमक उठो तुम फैलाओ प्रकाश।
ज्ञान ज्योति से चमक उठो तुम फैलाओ प्रकाश।
इस धरती पर मेहनत ही है हम सबका ईमान।
नमन तुझको मेरे भारत, नमन तुझको मेरे भारत, नमन तुझको मेरे भारत।
मेरे भारत नई सदी में सरगम बनकर गूंजे तेरा नाम।
मेरा प्यारा भारत वर्ष का तारा भारत है हमारा भारत, सबसे न्यारा भारत। मेरा प्यारा भारत वर्ष का तारा भारत है हमारा भारत, सबसे न्यारा भारत। मेरा प्यारा भारत वर्ष का तारा भारत है हमारा भारत, सबसे
What a wonderful performance by MSMS and BCS. Thank you so much. I would like to request everyone to give them a huge round of applause.
We feel honored to have with us a very honorable guest. I'm profusely elated to introduce our very beloved guest, Stanley D. Cruz, who is gracing the event with his presence. He is the president of the Mangalorean Catholic Association of Sydney, founder, secretary, and committee member council of Indian Australians. He is a man of distinct vision. Let us welcome him with a huge round of applause.
Hello. Thank you so much for your opening remarks. I offer my greetings to all of you in Australia and India. Good afternoon to all in Australia and good morning to our friends in India and in other parts. I congratulate Dr. Tanima Banerjee and Dr. Ruchika Sukeja for organizing this excellent event on the very important aspect of India's Republic Day and Australia Day. For the last more than 25 years ago, there is a lot been exchange of culture between India and Australia. And because of that, we have seen a lot of participation in cultural activities. I came here about 28 years ago, and in those times, things have rapidly changed, and we are enjoying so much Indian culture in Australia now. And on this count, I really appreciate the hard work done by Dr. Tanima Banerjee and the Bandana Cultural School for putting so great efforts in making this possible. Also, the Bandana School of Culture is also promoting science, and I think that deserves a great recognition. In the past, people have spoken enough on the Republic Day and the Australia Day, so I wouldn't like to repeat this. I wish the Bandana Cultural School, led by Dr. Tanima Banerjee, all the best for the future, and I look forward for greater cooperation between India and Australia in many different fields. With this, I again congratulate. Thank you so much.
Thanks for enlightening us with your words, sir. Thank you so much for your time. Please accept a token of gratitude in the form of a certificate.
संगीत से ही साज और आवाज है, संगीत से ही अंत और आगाज है। पिता की डांट, माँ की लोरी में संगीत है, बच्चे के खिलखिलाने व रोने में संगीत है। संगीत गायन, वादन व नृत्य के माध्यम से वांछित भाव उत्पन्न करने वाली एक ऐसी रचना है जिसमें स्वर, ताल और लय का संतुलित मिश्रण विद्यमान है। इसी के साथ संगीत विभाग से अपनी प्रस्तुति देने आ रहे हैं, जिसका विषय है भारत के रंग। जोरदार तालियों से उनका उत्साह बढ़ाइए।
You're requested to play the video of music. I think there is some technical glitch. Meanwhile, Dr. Goyal is with us. I request, oh, fine, thank you.
भारतम भारतम शत शत
Thanks for such a melodious song. Today, we are also honored to have with us a man of distinct vision and fountainhead of illuminating ideas to enlighten the audience with his precious words. Dr. Subhash Goyal, PhD, MBA, BCom, member of National Tourism Advisory Council, Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. He is the founder and the chairman of STIC Travel and Air Charter Group, one of India's biggest B2B travel groups with branches in all the major cities of India. He connected the Asia Pacific Conference to many chapters overseas. Dr. Goyal is an author of a book entitled Poverty Eradication and Economic Development Through Tourism, which has won him wide recognition and acclaim. The list of his accolades is very long, and it is our privilege to have him amongst us. Let us welcome him with a thunderous round of applause. Thank you for your time, sir.
Jai Hind and happy Republic Day to all the Australians and all the Indians out here. What a wonderful cultural program we witnessed. I mean, you feel proud of the Indian culture. Every student who's here and every person of Indian origin who's listening to this in Australia, firstly, you must be proud that you are one of the greatest, civilization. You're from one of the greatest civilization in the world. India is the birthplace of 4 great religions: Hinduism, Buddhism, Sikhism, and Jainism. Islam originated in the Middle East, but when it touched the shores of India, Sufism, which is the spiritual side of Islam, flourished. Not only this, God has been very kind to us. The only modern saint in the Catholic religion, Mother Teresa, her memorial is in Calcutta. And one of the 12 disciples of Jesus Christ, St. Thomas, is in Chennai. His church is in Chennai, is buried in Chennai. We have 7,500 kilometers of beautiful coastline with some of the most beautiful temples, some of the most beautiful beaches, and some of the most wonderful people living in that area. Not only this is the only country in the world where there is a living desert. Rajasthan, there's a colorful desert. All other deserts are, dead deserts. But India is the only country where there's a living desert. You see, we have the world's largest mangrove forests. We have more than 40 World Heritage Monuments. And we have thousands of, wildlife parks and a lot of other heritage, small temples, which every temple has a wonder of its own. So I have visited more than 140 countries, and I am proud that there is no other country on planet Earth which has so much diversity, which has so much culture, which has so much heritage. You see, for the last few thousand years, India is the only country which has never invaded any country or occupied any country. You see, today, when we got freedom from the British, you see, we had famines, we had 350 million people, and we couldn't feed. Today, the population has grown by more than 400%. And with 1.5 billion people, we have enough food grains in reserve that we can feed, the entire population, even if there is no production, for at least 1.5 years. We are also exporting food to Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Muscat, Bahrain, Doha, Qatar, and all the East European countries. There was a time when we were importing food when we just got our freedom from Australia and also from Canada. But today, the progress made by India is unparalleled. We are today one of the fastest growing economies in the world. So every Indian must be proud of the fact that they are of Indian origin. Wherever they may be in Australia, they may be in Canada, they may be in Germany, they are ambassadors of India, and they are ambassadors of Indian culture. And those of you who have not traveled within India, I think you are missing something. So I would urge every student, whether he's an Indian student or he's an Indian origin student in Australia, or he's an Australian listening to us, that you must visit from Trivandrum to Kashmir, and from, northeast to, Andaman Nicobar Island and all the other places. The most beautiful, I mean, Australia has the Great Barrier Reef, and the Gold Coast is very beautiful. But we have islands, which are coral islands, and we have a civilization which is untouched, for thousands of years. I mean, just imagine, if you go to Ajanta and Ellora caves, for 5,000 years, how they built those caves, the entire mountain is cut. It's one of the wonders of the world. You see, so my suggestion to all the people of Indian origin, be proud, read about Indian philosophers. Rabindranath Tagore, was one of the Nobel laureates. Swami Vivekananda, I follow him. He says everyone must have muscles of iron and nerves of steel and gigantic wills. So you must have confidence in yourself, whatever you do. There is nothing on this world which an Indian cannot achieve. If wherever the Indians are, you go to United States and UK, all the doctors and nurses, if you remove them of Indian origin, their health services will come to a standstill. If you talk about software, more than 50% people in the Silicon Valley are people of Indian origin. Microsoft, 30%, Apple, 40%, Macintosh, 30%, Google, 40%, you name it. You see, today, Indians are ruling the world, and it is established that the Indian genes and the Indian brains are the best brains on this planet. So, friends, you have to be proud of yourself, and remember one thing, that you have to work hard, whatever you are doing, whatever your passion is. I mean, I saw some wonderful dance performance. I don't know whether it was in India or it was in the Opera House in Sydney, but a wonderful dance and musical performance. Hats off and congratulations to all the youngsters who did that, and the teachers who taught them, in such a wonderful way. So we are proud of our Indian culture and our cuisine, our food, the smells and sounds of India are unparalleled. So I don't want to take more time, but we are always there. Dr. Chawla has my contacts. Otherwise, sg@stickgroup.com. Any questions you have, you can send me an email, and within 24 hours, I'll try to send you a reply. So God bless you, and be proud of your Republic Day. Be proud that you're Indian. Be proud of your culture. Be proud of your heritage. Be proud of your parents, because if you cannot love your parents, you cannot do anything. So you must love your parents. You must love your teachers. You must love your country of origin, wherever you are. So with these words, I would like to express my deep sense of gratitude and sincere thanks to MS, the Indian Cultural Foundation, Dr. Chawla, and greetings on the India Republic Day and Happy Australia Day. God bless you, and God bless India. Bharat Mata ki Jai, Jai Hind. God bless. Thank you.
It really meant a lot to us. Please accept the certificate from our side for your support and time. Thank you, sir, for your words of guidance.
Thank you. Thank you.
We are now approaching the end of this event, but we cannot conclude it without having our honorable chief guest to say a few words. We have a living legend amongst us. Ladies and gentlemen, he is none other than our chief guest of the day, Major General Pramod Kumar Sehgal, who post-retirement has been a defense expert, keynote speaker at many international seminars, a trainer to over 3,000 captains and majors, headed 2 NGOs, and has many more feathers in his cap, and that can be counted on fingers. I request Major General Mr. Sehgal Sahab Ji to please come and enlighten us with a few words.
Thank you very much. Honorable Principal of MSMS and BCS, esteemed guests of honor, revered parents, teachers, and children of India, Australia, and Canada. I take this opportunity of extending my felicitations to you for the 74th Republic Day of India and the Australia Day. It is indeed a matter of honor and a pride to have been given the opportunity of seeing some of the most beautiful and most of the accomplished students of MSMS, BCS, and perhaps some from Canada. I thoroughly enjoyed this program. All the presentations were very well thought through. The artwork was splendid. Children were angelic. The dances were exquisite. In fact, you could have given Bollywood a run for their money. Everything was absolutely elegant and scintillating and heartwarming. It was a pleasure listening to some of the guests of honors, particularly the way Mr. Goyal spoke. Well, India is a country that is today to be reckoned with. India's influence not only extends to Asia Pacific, today it extends across the globe to every single country. Big or small, everybody is bending backwards to woo India. India is the only country which is keeping its head high. We take decisions which are essential for humankind and human being, humanness. We are the only country who have not taken any sides whatsoever in the Russian-Ukraine war. We continue to do what is in the interest of India, and we always have believed in making the impossible possible. For example, I'd like to give you one example where I was personally involved. When the tsunami came in 2004, 400 schools and 10 hospitals disappeared in a matter of 30 seconds in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. There were no schools left and there were no hospital left. That time I was heading Bharatiya Jain Sanctum, who were very deeply involved with the Jain community. I had two options, either to sit on my haunches and do nothing, or to think out of the box and recreate these 400 schools and 10 hospitals. I wrote to everybody who mattered within India, corporate world, the government. No funds came. Thereafter, I wrote to two gentlemen, Bill Clinton and Bill Gates. And lo and behold, within 1 week, the strength of what I wrote was so immense that Bill Clinton sent me a check of 21 crores to begin with. And thereafter, the entire contribution was made by the Jain community. All of you will agree that it takes more than 2 years to construct a single hospital, or more than 2 years to construct a single school and make it functional. We constructed 400 schools and 10 hospitals and made them fully functional all within 1 year. Imagine the Herculean effort that was put in by this country to make it possible. All the raw material had to be fetched from the mainland, as nothing whatsoever is available in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. This is the type of geniuses that India produces. It is something that I just can't even believe that we did it. And thereafter, I wrote to the then President of India, who is known as the Children President, Dr. Abdul Kalam. I said it is impossible, the infrastructure is gone, the roads have disappeared. Even getting 5,000 people together is an impossibility. Should you come down to inaugurate these schools and hospitals, I will collect 50,000 children and parents in front of you. He surprised me by landing there within 48 hours. That is the love and affection that the President of India had for his children. We are the fastest growing economy in the world. We are contributing significantly for the survival of humankind. Not only have we given 2 doses or 3 doses of vaccine to each and every Indian, whoever came forward, we've also supplied vaccines free of cost to very many countries and are making it most affordable of all the vaccines the world over. India has also saved lives of millions of people in Africa and East Asian countries who were suffering, who were victims of AIDS in a very major way. The AIDS medicine that was being made by the American companies and the European companies were cost prohibitive. India sold medicines where the cost was less than 10 rupees a day. And in the process, we saved millions of lives. As Dr. Goyal said earlier, there was a time when India went around with a begging bowl, asking for food aid from Australia, from Canada, from America. And under PL 480, we not only did we get some sort of a food aid, but we also got the Congress gas, which is causing huge amount of havoc health-wise in India today. But that notwithstanding, today India has sufficient food not only to cater for its own population, but we also catering for the poor people of Africa and very many other neighboring nations who are in dire need of food. In fact, India is one of the few countries which have donated thousands of tons of wheat to malnourished people in Afghanistan and to other countries. We are doing everything that is possible to promote humaneness and display compassion and sensitivity of the variety that the world hasn't seen before. Then I will tell you something about the war. India is the only country in the world. In 71 war, we stayed in Bangladesh for almost 6 months. I was part and parcel of that war. Whichever country has gone into any other country, either to invade it or to defend it, has their officers and soldiers were indulged in large-scale rape and loot. India stayed in Bangladesh for 6 months, not a single allegation of rape and loot against the Indian Armed Forces. The character and the integrity displayed by Indians, the compassion, the sensitivity is something that the world is confounded with, absolutely bewildered. India has some of the most beautiful and scenic splendors as far as the Himalayas are concerned. There are places in the Himalayas which are pristine in their beauty. The valleys, the wind, and the rivers that flow through that literally speak to humans and share their ancient wisdom to perceptive minds. It was in those mountains only where Swami Vivekananda, Shri Aurobindo, and Guru Nanak Ji got the inspiration from which thereafter they were able to inspire the entire world. This is the country which the entire world is beginning to love. And I'm very certain that in the years ahead, India will be the one country who will rise to the occasion and be a Vishguru. Almost about 160 years ago, Swami Vivekananda, while addressing an audience in United States of America, said, I can look far into the future. एक समय आएगा जब सारी दुनिया में हाहाकार होगा, जो आतंकवाद से आज हो रहा है, यूक्रेन वॉर से हो रहा है, कोविड से हो रहा है, उस समय केवल एक ही देश उभरेगा जो विश्व गुरु कहलाएगा. And then he smiled and he said, that will be India. His statement is becoming absolutely and prophetic. India is on the rise and we are not stoppable. We're beginning to achieve the impossible. And we've contributed in significant manners. You all heard of MOM, that is a Mars orbital mission. India was the only country in the world which has succeeded in putting a satellite in Mars orbit in the very first attempt at a cost less than the cost of a Hollywood movie. Then there are 3 robotic vehicles which have been operating on the surface of the Mars: Spirit, Opportunity, and Curiosity. You'll be glad to know that all these vehicles were made for NASA by Indian scientists. Spirit and Opportunity had life for only 6 to 10 weeks. 15 years down the line, they were fully functional for 15 years. On a daily basis, they were being repaired, maintained, sustained by the Indian scientists. जब वो फंस जाते थे, they were retrieved by the Indians. When their robotic arm broke, they were being repaired from 350 million miles away. Can you believe it? Thereafter, when God particle was formed, which called Higgs boson, the Britishers claimed the success belonged to them. But the world over scientific community said this success goes to India. It was an Indian scientist who was I'll say, Satyendra Bose, who was a great friend of Einstein, who said, or who spoke about the God particle, but at that point of time, technology did not permit it to be taken out. So when actually the God particle was eventually found, it was known as Higgs and boson. Boson from Satyendra Bose. Then there was a particle was accelerated from the speed 0 to the speed of light by using a tunnel under France and Switzerland, which was 27 kilometers in length. India is the only country in the world which has been able to do that in a desktop model of 12 inches by 12 inches. Tata Institute of Fundamental Research has been able to accelerate a neutral particle from speed 0 to speed of light for a desktop model, which has got stupendous implications for years ahead. In other words, India is contributing to humankind in a very significant manner in the field of medicine, in the field of, I'll say, not only software, in the field of digitization, and in several other fields. It was a pleasure seeing the children of Australia perform so well and perform to an Indian audience. We relished and thoroughly enjoyed it. My compliments and salutations to both the principals and all others who were involved, both on stage and off stage, for making this show such a stupendous success. I enjoyed every bit of it. My profuse thanks once again for having been given the opportunity of seeing some of the most brilliant children of India, Australia, and Canada. Thank you very much.
Respected sir, your kind presence in the program has encouraged us a lot and made us more confident in for our future endeavors. It was a great pleasure to host in our function as the chief guest. Sir, please accept a small gesture of appreciation from our side for your tremendous support and love for our institution.
Thank you.
I humbly request our dynamic and promising Honorable Dr. Tanima Banerjee Ma'am, Principal and Director of Bandha Cultural School, to say a few words. Thank you.
Namaskar. I would like to thank everyone, Honorable Chief Guest, Guest of Honors, all the teachers from MSMS, and students, parents, both MSMS and BCS, for your support to make this event a beautiful event, I must say, and so colorful and vibrant. Also, I'd like to thank the viewers, those who are watching on Facebook. Thank you for your support and love, which we can see through your comments. After these greetings of Republic Day of India and Australia Day, let me congratulate the MSMS students for wonderfully managing and performing today's program. A unique combination of India's Republic Day and Australia's Day coinciding on one date, 26th January, which is coming, allowed us to celebrate the day together. What a wonderful day. This is a true example of cultural connect that the Association for Asia Pacific Union is working for, and I had an opportunity to join virtually and speak at conference held at India International Center, New Delhi, amongst various ambassadors in India and senior government officials and various learned speakers. The idea is to create an environment of peace and prosperity across the Asia, the Pacific, which is the proceeding towards a global growth center. When Bandhana Cultural School takes us in such a program, the intention is to connect the Indian diaspora to get connected to India, their Janmabhoomi, from Australia, their Karmabhoomi, and those who are born in Australia get connected to their Purvaj Bhumi. It is my endeavor to cultural connect Indian diaspora and not forget their roots. While designing the program, MSMS teachers have beautifully blended in contents so that MSMS learns about the Australian and Indian diaspora and the land of their roots. I must congratulate Ms. Ruchika ma'am for giving her valuable guidance to curate this program. Understanding the cross culture is very important as much migration is taking place. These programs make you ready for tomorrow. My philosophy of life is not to focus on educational subjects alone, but to acquire additional valuable talents. As we can see, the MCs have done wonderfully well, and each performance by the students of both the school is exceptional. The credit goes to MSMS teachers and the principal for preparing you well. And also, I would like to thank Dr. Chawla ji for his guidance for both the schools. After Teachers' Day celebrations last year, Bandana Cultural School Sydney and MSMS have participated in Net Zero Heroes program. During COVID lockdown, we have organized art entry, story writing, and MSMS students have also won a few awards on that program. I'm always fascinated with Miss Ruchika ma'am and her team and her achievements. Bandana Cultural School Sydney was participating on stage performances, but as such, BCS could not get a chance to interact much during the intervening period. But indeed, we will interact further. I must admit that BCS has participated in 17 programs, virtual programs, and we enjoyed participation with MSMS the most. Thank you once again, everyone, all the students, for the beautiful performances of both the school. And I would also like to request and wanted to thank the teachers that for your hard work and effort, which made this one wonderfully, and under the guidance of Ms. Ruchika ma'am. And thank you once again, and thank you everyone for watching this. And we would like to invite more school as well to participate and to collaborate. And this is a true example of cultural connect. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We will always remember your words. Thanks a lot.
गणतंत्र दिवस के इस पावन अवसर पर आप सभी महानुभावों की गरिमामय उपस्थिति एवं आप सभी का अमूल्य समय देने के लिए धन्यवाद। अंत में इस संदेश के साथ अपनी बातों को विराम देते हुए कहना चाहूंगा, यह बात हवाओं को बताए रखना, रोशनी होगी चिरागों को जलाए रखना, लहू देकर जिसकी हिफाजत हमने की है, ऐसे तिरंगे को सदा दिल में बसाए रखना।
I would like to thank our guests of the day and the speakers wholeheartedly for sharing their valuable thoughts and explaining the real meaning and importance of patriotism and love of our country in respect to the Republic Day celebration of India and Australia Day. The event will definitely enter the history of the two revered institutions as a day of pan-Atlantic collaboration, brotherhood, and cultural association. Here we come to concluding of our patriotic function. Let us end our program and enthuse our spirits with a patriotic fervor. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Thanks a lot for this wonderful program, and thanks a lot for being here and encouraging our students. Thank you so much.
Congrats, ma'am. Thank you very much. It was a wonderful program. Ruchika ma'am, I am congratulating
Thank you so much for all combined efforts. Thank you so much to this entire team. To be very honest, I think we have stopped the live. No, we are still live, but yes, we have been working day in and day out for the 3 programs that we have planned for Republic Day. Yesterday was one such program wherein, around 300 students, more than 300, around 400 students participated. We had an exhibition, we had cuisines, we had folk dances. So it was a gala time that all of us had in school. And today is the second function of the series. But I think this is the actual learning. And as Dr. Tanima said, we have to go beyond the books. So I think this is the true learning that all of them are having. And thanks to all the teachers. Thank you so much, Dr. Tanima, for all your support, all your encouragement, inputs. And Dr. Chawla, आपके जो inputs होते हैं वो हमेशा point on inputs, and you always make us so much better. And thank you for all the opportunities that you have been creating for MSMS also. So thank you so much, both of you. And we look forward to more such learning experiences in future as well. Thanks.
Thank you. And I would also like to mention that the participants will get their merit certificates. And can we display, or we can share it later?
I think we'll share it later, only because we had around 100 plus participation for this program as well.
Okay,
That's why we thought
sure. So we will display. So all the students, once again, congratulations. And with this, we are ending this program. Thank you so much. Namaskar.
Wonderful.
Thank you so
Best
much.
wishes.